www.lastteamstanding.africa. Email info@lastteamstanding.africa or WhatsApp.
It's another Saturday where we come your airwave every afternoon on your darling station, Roots TV and RTM World, where you can watch us around the globe. I am Bello on Motoday, and the program live is Sports Hangout, and with me I have my co-anchor in the studio, Tokpe Ogunduyele. We call him Tokpe Ogunduyele, but you the fans, you call him Topman. Topman, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bello. Good afternoon to everybody out there. It's another bright Saturday, and we are here to discuss what has happened in the world of sports around the globe this week. So let's take it on.
Going into the world of sports, you know, when we are on Sports Hangout, we dissect everything across the world of sport. But starting this episode, we will be going straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yes, the Nigerian Premier Football League has a fantastic, intriguing and interesting ending. You know, the match day 18 is where we are right now, but so unfortunate that we will not be playing this weekend. It has been shifted to next weekend, the 21st of May 2023, but not for any other reason. Rivers United, that were in the continent, had some outstanding game, and for their bridge season, the Group A and Group B, they want the two group to end same day. And you know, every other team have played match day 17. It remained Rivers United still having two different outstanding games, and that is why the games will be concluded this week and everybody will play next weekend, and the game will end in that weekend. But the beauty of it is, which team will end in the top 3, which team will end in the top 6, and which team will be relegated. Right now on the log in Group A, we have Bendel Insurance topping the log, and quickly and closely followed by Eyimba Football Club of Aba. And in third position, we have the Kenya Boys, Remo Stars in third position, and in fourth position we have Aqua United in fourth position. And for the sixth team on the table right now, we have the Oluyole Warriors in Group A. For those that are confirmed, yes, it is confirmed, there's nothing they can do. They are already going into relegation. We're having the El Kanemi Warriors and Nasarawa United. They are there for relegation, confirmed, done and deal for Group A. But for Group B, Lobistal is still there. The struggle for Plateau United getting into that top 3. Rivers United is still there with their games outstanding. Can they take over from Lobistal? Can Plateau United? But the surprise of Group B is another team that came from relegation last season, Doma United in third position. Doma United also in that third position. And you know, this is a team that we're talking last season that Kano Pillars are trying to buy their slot to retain their Premier League fixtures, but unfortunately they refused, and now they are doing well in the Nigerian Premier League. And the final day will be bringing lots of dramas along, because the Nigerian Premier League is experiencing a turnaround this season. It started last season with the Super 6, and the Super 6 ended with Shooting Stars winning it. But this year, and what did Shooting Stars win last year? 100 million, courtesy of one man, a young Nigerian, Doze Mmombozi, if I'm pronouncing that name well. Yes, he came to Nigerian League. He was brought in, and this man that we are talking about is no other person. That's that young Nigerian that wants to acquire Sheffield United in United Kingdom. Yes, he has been asked to sponsor our league. He has seen the turnaround by the IMC. He has seen the good work the IMC and the Nigerian Football Federation are doing. That's the board led by Honorable Benga Elegbeleye and his crew. He has seen it. He's now into Nigerian League. But this second edition is going to be superb, because he has extended the slot for players into Super 12. We call it the Super 12. That's six top 6 of every group will be meeting again sometimes in December in Lagos. They will be playing each other, and the winner this time around will be going home with 1 billion naira. Yes, what did I say? 1 billion naira, not million this time around. Last season was 100 million, but this season 1 billion naira. The second team will be going home with 200 million naira. But the beauty of everything is every team that participate, that's the 12 teams that will be participating, will be going home each with 20 million naira each. I say it again, 20 million naira each. So we have a lot to play for, and you know why the match day 18 is going to be important in the Nigerian Premier League. Top man, Doze bringing this 1 billion into our league and making it interesting. How do you see this innovation?
Well, exciting times ahead for the Nigerian Professional Football League and Nigerian football in general. There's going to be a ripple effect of such money coming into the Nigerian Professional Football League. Regardless of anything that wins the 1 billion naira, definitely there's going to be a knock-on effect on every other team in the league, because definitely 1 billion naira is not going to stay in the place. They are going to be using it for facilities, new players. I think maybe a Nigerian team might want to go to Egypt and get a new player, at least to improve the league and to improve their team. So it is now, there is a possibility now that Nigeria is bringing the young man Dozie Mogosi, a tech expert who is in England, and he's been trying to acquire Sheffield United for 90 million pounds, though the deal is not been sealed. And the guy is worth, according to Forbes, the guy is worth about $7 billion. So definitely, if he's bringing this sort of money to Nigerian league, where then we can only ask for more, better league. From then you can see that our players, there's going to be more better facilities for them, because if 12 teams out of the 20 that have played the league get 20 million naira each, because the top 6 teams in Group A and the top 6 teams in Group B are going to be getting into the Super 6. Earlier on you said in December, but remember what the IMC is trying to do. The league is going to be starting again probably in August or early September. So that means that the Super 12, like we know it, is going to be coming earlier this time around. Last year's one was won by Shooting Stars. They got 100 million naira. And every participating team last year got 30 million. And there were only 6 of them. But this time around it's going to be 12. So 12 getting to 20 million each. And anybody that comes second gets 200 million. So these lots and lots of money, Dozie Umabosi Foundation is pumping into the Nigerian Professional Football League. And Bello, with this sort of money, I can only see, I can't wait to see those matches, because every one of those matches is going to look like a Champions League final, Bello.
Looking like a Champions League final.
And let me quickly talk about the Nigerian Professional Football League. When you said it has been moved by 7 days. Yes. It has been moved by 7 days.
It's to next weekend.
We thought everybody in Group A will be playing this weekend, because the only affected group is Group B because of Rivers United.
But the IMC wants everybody
to finish at par on the same day. Rivers United play one of their outstanding matches day before yesterday against Wiki Tourist of Bauchi. They played a 1-1 draw. And they're going to be playing against Sunshine Stars on Monday. That one will be in Rivers. And on Thursday, the final match of the season for them is going to be against Doma United. So those particular matches are going to change the dynamics of Group B. But in Group A, we already know that Bender Insurance is a sure bet. I think Enyimba is not that certain yet. We see Aqua United coming around and trying to get into the top 3. So we are waiting. Now, we should remember to tell our fans that the Super 6 is going to tell us the winner of our league.
Yes, that is the importance of the Super 6.
That's the importance of the Super 6.
We want to know the champion of the Nigerian Premier League 2022-2023 season.
But for the Super 12, it is going to be like a cutting razor to the new season. And this is going to be helping the teams. You saw what the Oluyole Warriors did last season. They won the 100 million, and the team really showed in the way they were able to arrange their stadium. The facilities got better, and even the players. I didn't think there was anybody that complained in Ibadan this year. I've not received my money. So
that is what we are saying.
I can only say thank you to Dozie.
Once sponsors comes into the league, a lot of improvements. Nigerians are very good. We also have good facilities, and we are saying congratulations to all Nigerian Premier Football League players and administrators and the organizers, events managers, Nigerian Football Federation. But the greatest thank you goes to the IMC, that's the Interim Management Company, under the leadership of Honorable Elegbeleye, who were able to convince this young man to bring the fund into Nigerian football. We say thank you. Though we are Oliver Twist, Oliver needs some more.
Bello, I need to also emphasize that the young man Dozie he's not going to come to Nigeria and drop this money if you have not seen that the league has been cleaned up to some extent. This season we've had very lesser issues of referees problem. The IMC has been able to take care of referees. It's not about the clubs buying out referees again. So because I don't think anybody wants to put this sort of money into something that is not certain, and that is not right. So
reaping that's the return in investment.
And there must be a bit of trust in it. So this is what the IMC have done, and I can only ask for more from them so that by next season, then a lot of away wins this season too. These are pointers to the fact that a lot of things and a lot of cleanups are being done by the IMC, and kudos to them. Elegbele, the chairman of the IMC, and his crew, the head of operations,
Kunle Shonami, Basi and the likes. We say congratulations to you. You have really done well in less than 1 year, and that is one thing that we say: when we put the right peg in the right hole, we'll get the right result. And we are saying kudos to this, and this will be taking us straight to the camp of under 17 in Algiers. Yes, they should be back in Nigeria any moment from now, but the boys are out of the competition, not disgraced, but with a very high expectation from Unduka Ogbade led boys. We are not disappointed in your outing because under 17 is a developmental game. We should not be expecting to win at all costs. The only thing is that the young lads that are hoping to showcase their talent at the World Cup when they eventually qualify for the World Cup will not be in the World Cup for under 17 this time around. But these boys were advising, were suggesting to Nigerian Football Federation, they've shown us talent, they've given us a promising hope that our Super Eagles can be well beefed up with this young talent back home. Let us put them together, let us make them play as a team. Unduka Ogbade should still be with the team, put them together. There's a future under 20, they can graduate to the future under 20. Don't forget our under 20s list is also out by London Boso. Topman, can you please take us around the team list of the under 20 that London Boso have presented to Nigeria for the World Cup in Argentina?
Yeah, before I even go to the list of the under 20, I would like to chip in a word about the under 17 team. I reiterated last week here that I'm not expecting that team to come back home. Unfortunately, they couldn't get a ticket to the under 17 World Cup. But this team to come back to Nigeria, they should allow them to go for an holiday, disperse all of them, and after probably a month or two, they have to reconverge at the Goal Project in Abuja and try to make sure that this team remains together. You said it earlier on now, which is the best thing that Nigeria can do. These are guys that we need to see at least 70 or 80% of these particular guys in the under 20 in the next 1 or 2 years. So leave the coach with them, let them grow together, let him continue nurturing this particular team. See the example of Gareth Southgate with England. When he started with the under 20s, he was with them for a while, then later he graduated them, and now he's the coach of the senior team for past some years now, and you can see what the players that played for him under the age grade competition, you can see what they are doing for him. So these are the kind of things we should emulate, and I can only ask for the NFF to make sure that these guys are being kept together, and that is the best for Nigerian football. For the under 20, wow, Ladamboso, they are going to Argentina. We are going to be in the group with Dominican Republic, Mexico and Brazil. That's the group of death, and he has already released his team. He has 3 goalkeepers in his team. Let me quickly mention the squad list for the under 20 World Cup that is coming on in Argentina 2023. The goalkeepers are Chijoke Aniagboso, Nathaniel Nwosu, Said Jimo. Then he has defenders Daniel Bameyi, Benjamin Frederick, Israel Domingo, Abel Oguche, Augustine Unjoku, and Solomon Abalaka. For the midfielders, yes, the top of the pile there is Daniel Daga, Daniel Daga, yeah, Samson Lawal, Victor Eletu, Ibrahim Abdullahi, John Joshua, Tochukwu Nnamdi. And for the forwards, he has Aliru Saki, Jude Sunday, Ibrahim Muhammad, Lawal Salem Fago, Kehinde Ibrahim, and Emmanuel Ume. Bello, I need to tell our fans, our listeners out there, that this particular team has a star player. When we went to the African Championship, Daniel Daga missed some matches
because of injury.
He got the injury in the first match, and we missed him all through the competition, because I think that's the most creative player this particular team has. He's the star man of this team, and they should try and keep him in cotton wool. He's a glass that should not break. Ladamboso should remember very well how hard it was for his team to create chances without this young man, and they should do well. The physiotherapists, the doctors in camp, everybody should do well to protect him. Everybody should protect their best players, and Daniel Daga in this particular team is somebody that I look at to push this Nigerian team to victory.
To victory, Daniel Daga. So these are players we need to monitor and get. These are still the developmental games under 20. You can see Nigeria has natural talent, and that is why we are saying it. We need to go back to the root. We need to get them from as raw as possible so that we can refine them into limelight. Putting them into competition will just expose them to the world. We need to give them that platform. We've talked about under 17. We've seen fantastic player in the under 17. Now we are seeing another under 20 going into the World Cup, and they are there. We still have our under 23, though they are not going to Paris for the Olympics. We can graduate them gradually. Graduation should be what we should be talking about and end the era of godfatherism in Nigerian football. And that takes us to a man that was graduated from this stage of under 17 some years back. Now is now a finished product. The taste of everybody. We're talking about no other person. The goal poacher for the Napoleons, we call him Victor Osimhen, has been inducted into the Hall of Fame. On your screen right now, you will be seeing where the induction, where he was given the guard of honor in Napoli, and it's been celebrated. The whole administration, the whole stadium stood firm to welcome him into the Hall of Fame. The man winning that after 33 years, telling him that your goals have really made us this far. A record that we've not broken in 33 years. Your goals gave it to us in that amount. And just this morning, the admin of Napoli has also mentioned that Osimhen won't be lesser than 160 million euros. Top man.
Well, Laurentiis, when he got Osimhen for 70 million euros, everybody looked at him and he became the most expensive African player. And at the end of the day now, I think he's going to extend that record because a lot of clubs are knocking on the door. Victor Osimhen, Laurentiis has already said it that anybody that is going to take Osimhen away from Napoli is going to be paying about 160 million euros or even more. Wow, that's a big number. But Osimhen, does he deserve it? Yes. He has been able to take this particular team from being just middle table club team now
to the top of
the league. Last year he did it, but he was not able to complete the job. But this year it was a fantastic one for him. Lesser injuries this year, and he has been able to be the champion. He has been able to be the champion. He has always prayed he's going to be in Europe. And today, Victor Osimhen can only give us the kind of joy and the kind of expectations that give kids out there that if they can stick to what they know how to do best and put more effort, then they can get to the top. Just yesterday night, this morning, I heard he's knocking on the door. Of course, we all know that Chelsea does not have a striker right now, so I don't know, maybe Chelsea will be going there. But to me, my opinion, my own candid opinion, Bello, I believe that his agents should do well, sit down very well, look at it, and know that maybe if Osimhen remains a big fish in the small pond for the next 1 year, maybe it will be better. If he has to move, he needs to look for the club that is going to suit his game so that he doesn't go from hero to zero in no time. This has happened to some great players before, and he should not look at the money alone. He should not just jump at the money. He should look at that he still has a long way to go in his career, and I just hope that he has broken all the records by any African player in Italy. For the highest goals.
Just correct. He broke the record of Giorgio Ponwe
for one season.
The only African player that won FIFA Ballon d'Or. He has broken the record.
And for a Nigerian player that has scored more goals in Italy, which was Obafemi Martins before, he has broken the record. And he has a lot to break in front of him. So he should not do the mistake of just jumping to any club. My advice, I'm sorry if you're a Chelsea fan out there, but I'm a Nigerian first, and I will tell him not to go to Chelsea. If he's going to remain in Napoli, well, Napoli is not a small fish again, because when I was saying the big fish in a small pond, well, it's not a small pond again, because Napoli now are the champions of Italy.
Serie A, the champions of Serie A. I will say congratulations to Victor Osimhen taking Nigerian flag so high. I hope you enjoyed that clips when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and that will be taking us to another young Nigerian. We call him young. He has been experienced into the journalism world. He was also awarded this week as the Man of the Year in youth development. Yes, no other person that we're talking about is Tayo Adeyemo. Yes, this man is a big senior colleague in the world of journalism, but right now he has gone deep into youth developmental around his environs, and people are watching around him, people are watching him. They've now recognized him as the man of the year. Just on Thursday, he was celebrated in Moson, Okunola axis. You know, when we are talking about Iyanapaja, Ajegunle, Abesan, Igodo, down to Lasso, this man has done several youth developmental. He has helped Nigerian football, both male and female, in developing their skill at the grassroots level. We say congratulations to you, Tayo Adeyemo. Many more awards coming your way. Yes, you say the Sport Hangout crew, we say congratulations to you,
Congrats,
Tayo Adeyemo.
You are doing a very, very good job.
That's that. If you are doing the right thing, that's where you get the good results, and that is why we've been saying it, that if you have not registered as a footballer, you can see what is happening around you in the world of football in Nigeria. But if you as a player have not gone to the right channel to register on the right channel, then don't blame anybody, rather blame yourself. The website to be on is www.lastteamstanding.africa. That's the website that has been endorsed, accepted by the Nigerian Federation to pick, scout young players between the age of 15 and 22. So if you are a good footballer, if you are male and female, and you are not on that website right now, then you are the one doing yourself no good. You can hear 1 billion coming into our league. It shows that yes, lots of players will be recruited next season into the Nigerian Premier Football League. A young man from the University, Imodi, has taken Bendel Insurance to the tip of Group A. So who can you say is at your fault? There's no witches in your family that is denying you to be at the top of the game. You need to go and do the right thing. Nobody, no godfatherism in picking, and the website is www.lastteamstanding.africa. It will be closing at the end of the month, 31st of this month, and you know, once it's closed, that's another 365 days away, and you know what that means. You will not be scouted this year anymore, and you know, any little time that you are missing counts so much in life. So hurry right now, bombard the website as a team, bombard the website as an individual, put your NIN there to show that yes, truly you are between the age of 15 and 22. Then you are out there to be to the world. Top man, last team standing, getting registration into the closing end.
Well, you have already said it all. People should remember to go to that particular website, www.lastteamstanding.africa. That is where you are going to get called for auditioning, because there's a platform there where you can surely upload your videos and your content. Tell us how good you are, and they will definitely invite you to the house. Well, it's a one of a kind reality TV show. When you are being picked into the house, of course, we know the mentors that are there: Tijani Babangida, Mohamed Lawal, Daniel Amokachi, and Peter Said-Ida. These are already great footballers for Nigeria before. They are going to be the coaches in the house. It's going to be left for us out here to vote for
with the fans.
The fans,
the people watching them from outside. No coach will be unique.
And don't forget there, yours sincerely, Top Man and Bello Omotunde will also be there to work with them and see how we are going to unearth another Victor Osimhen in Nigeria. Bello, exciting times ahead for Nigerian football.
Exciting times ahead of Nigerian football. So the website is www.lastteamstanding.africa. Let's go and get when we come back from this little commercial break, then we will continue on your Sports Hangout live on RTM World.
For the first time in Nigeria, we bring you the last biggest reality TV football scouting show in Africa. Do you have a football talent? Are you an aspiring professional footballer? This is your opportunity to shoot for the stars. You will play before international scouts, win ₦1 million, be mentored by ex-Nigeria internationals like Tijani Babangida, Ida Peterside, Daniel Amokachi, and so on, and win a trip to visit a La Liga team. Stand a chance to win a whopping ₦12 million at the Last Team Standing. Register today at www.lastteamstanding.africa. Email info@lastteamstanding.africa or WhatsApp to 070-333-07534.
Zach Oji, and I'm part of Last Team Standing. I'm proud to be part of Last Team Standing. If you're a young person, if you're a young player, if you're interested in football, then visit our website, lastteamstanding.africa. We're coming to you soon.
Welcome back on that short break, and I hope those watching us right now, if you have not done it, you need to be on that website, www.lastteamstanding.africa. That's the website. Go and register. Hurry now, as it will be ending 31st of May. And that will be taking us to the UEFA Champions League down the line. It came during the week where we saw interesting games between Manchester City and Real Madrid. The first time in its kind in the history of Champions League where a coach will find it difficult to substitute a player from his first team. Pep Guardiola seeing the boys of Carlo Ancelotti and was so carried away that he did not substitute a player.
Bello, he wasn't carried away. He wasn't carried away. I think Pep's undoing in the past few seasons have been that he overthinkers with his team, and in this particular one, I think he didn't get anything wrong. Immediately he saw how Real Madrid came out in the second half. He decided to just stick with his plan. Plan A is still working now. Let me just stick with it. I really knew that plan A was going to work for him, and lucky him, Real Madrid couldn't take their chances because they were even more dangerous on the night. Even if Man City had more of the ball, but it has showed us in that particular match that this is not the end of the story. A lot of people out there are saying that Man City has an edge.
But don't forget, there's nothing called away goal again in this. So whatever that happens in Etihad.
And you should remember that Real Madrid has been having a very, very fantastic
season outside their home.
Outside their home, they've been coming to England to churn out results. They came there to defeat Chelsea.
They were there to
play Man City last season.
And also Liverpool getting a point in
Liverpool got humbled too in their stadium by Real Madrid. So don't forget the danger man that everybody knows right now, Vinicius Junior. If he's on top of his game again, if in that particular last match, if Karim Benzema had been on top of his game, I don't think we would have been saying what we are saying at this time. But it's all to play for, and these are what makes Champions League nights very, very exciting. And for the other leg in the match, of course,
Inter Milan, AC Milan, both teams playing in the same stadium. Some call it San Siro, and
of course AC Milan calls it San Siro, while Inter Milan calls it Giuseppe Meazza Stadium. But in the last match, it was at the San Siro because AC Milan was playing home. Inter Milan got 2 quick fire goals. Eric Mkhitaryan and Edin Dzeko got the first one, and Eric Mkhitaryan got the second one.
Two warlords.
Yes. We are not all looking at Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana. Bello, a lot of people are not talking about him. He's already been underrated. He has already had 44 saves in the Champions League this season, and he also has 7 clean sheets already in the Champions League. He reminds me of when Mendy of Chelsea had a very, very fantastic season and took them to the final, and they won the Champions League. I don't know what Andre Onana is doing this time, but don't forget, the two teams are playing at home again. Because I'm not going according to the rules. Of course, this time around Inter Milan is playing at home, but both of them are playing at home, and nobody has an edge. But remember, Andre Onana already kept 3 clean sheets against AC Milan this season. So AC Milan must find out to get Rafael Leao back to full fitness before Tuesday, and make sure also that they get one past Andre Onana this time. So Bello, we have to wait for that.
Getting past Andre Onana will be a difficult one. For some of you out there that you don't know, Andre Onana is a Cameroonian, is an African. We are celebrating him, keeping Africa good. Mendy did it last season. Now Onana is now the one.
Onana also had, if anybody could remember, he had a spat with Rigobert Song at the World Cup, and he was sent home from the World Cup when he said he was not going to do something. But well, I don't know how we do our things in Africa. Of course, something must have happened between him and Rigobert Song for Samuel Eto'o to have even interfered. But at the end of the day, he's doing something well in Italy. Anadovic, the former goalkeeper, of course, is old. But if anybody puts him on the bench, then we should be looking at the person. And I think Andre Onana is a bit underrated. Bello.
Bit underrated. So we say congratulations, and we hope to see Onana in the final with whoever that comes out between Man City and Real Madrid, and that will be taking us to the English Premier League that is ongoing right now. Leeds United, they are already doing justice in their game right now, and the EPL is getting interesting. Top man, can you take us around the fixtures of the EPL and what is happening right now?
Of course, Leeds United is playing right now against Newcastle at Elland Road, and the result is already at 1-1 now for both of them. They are already in the second half, 53rd minute at this time. And the other matches for today, Aston Villa takes on Tottenham Hotspur at Villa Park, and that's by 3 p.m. Then Chelsea is at home against Nottingham Forest. Wow, it's going to be a very big one. Chelsea got one back out of after a lot of losses. Last week they won their match against Everton. Nottingham Forest too took away 3 points that made them climb the table. And also this afternoon, Crystal Palace will be playing against Bournemouth. Then Manchester United, we don't know which one of the Manchester United is going to turn up. That tired and ragged team is going to be playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And the final match of the day will be doomed Southampton that will be playing against Fulham, and that is going to be at 3 o'clock too. So those are the matches that are going to be happening today. And don't forget, in England, the most important match that makes you come to get the millions is going to be happening today. The first leg of the championship playoffs is going to be happening between Sunderland and Luton Town, and that is going to be a very, very big one at 5:30. It is going to be happening at the Stadium of Light. That's the first leg against Luton Town, and we'll be liking. We don't know which team is going to be coming. Middlesbrough is also there. I can't really pick up the fourth team now, but it's going to be a very, very tough one because you already have Burnley and Sheffield already confirmed. So the playoff is going to give us. So the first playoff semi-final is the one we are going to be looking at this afternoon. So we wish any one of them. But don't forget, Sunderland has Amad Traore that was on loan from Manchester United. The young Ivorian.
He's been doing well for scoring goals.
He scored the goal that his playoff because they had to win their final of the season and scored the winning goal in that particular match.
Well, congratulations to all those young lads, and we celebrate all Africans across the board. We say congratulations to Yama Diallo, and we hope Manchester United will not disappoint you. Will give you reason to come back to Premiership very, very soon. And on that note, don't forget that tomorrow, Manchester City, the unfortunate one by the FA of England, I call them the unfortunate one, they will be playing the Premier League tomorrow, and on Wednesday they will also be playing Champions League. I don't know why the English football cannot just excuse them. Either they bring them back to play on a Friday or a Saturday.
No, they wouldn't have been able to play on Friday. Of course, they played on Tuesday. But I would have expected the EPL to have given them a day more so that they can play today, Saturday, and have an extra rest to play on Wednesday. Regardless of the fact that they are playing on Wednesday, Sunday should have been the time for them to play. So maybe the English Premier League is not even doing justice to their own team. I do not know. Well, so their own match tomorrow is against Everton. They will be playing Everton tomorrow.
Everton that is trying to run away from total relegation
by 2 o'clock. Don't be surprised if you see Pep tinkering with that particular team. You can see the Mirrors and all of them coming into this one. Then Brentford will be playing on West Ham by 2 p.m. too. Then of course the Gunners, they will be playing against Brighton of Albion, and
Brighton,
by 6:30.
That is exactly where I see a twist to it. A lot has been going on social media where they're saying maybe the FA wants Arsenal to win, that's why they are putting that pressure on Manchester City tomorrow. Well, whatever.
Conspiracy theories.
Whoever there is a game, the features has been there before now, and they should be ready to take it. Real Madrid will be in England any moment from now. After a long while, they will be there to show if they can get into it. But kudos to Real Madrid, who has always been in the semi-final in the last 5 decades. They've always been there, coming back to back, and don't forget they are the only ones that have won it back to back 4 times, and also having the interlude in it. We say congratulations to Carlo Ancelotti and his boss. We wish Man City well, because Pep Guardiola has been pepped to win this year's Champions League at all costs. He has also said he's looking forward to
he's playing against a specialist in Carlo Ancelotti. And he said he's looking forward to a treble, maybe a Premiership title or FA. He's still in the final of FA against Manchester United. They'll be playing June 3rd, and he will also be playing the Champions League semi-final. Will he be in the final in Turkey? Istanbul is the place, and the road to Istanbul is just right here. And on that note, don't forget, the last team standing, still your way. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about other sports.
name is Tijani Babangida, ex-Nigerian international. If you know you have a talent, visit lastteamstanding.africa.
For the first time in Nigeria, we bring you the Last Team Standing, the biggest reality TV football scouting show in Africa. Do you have a football talent? Are you an aspiring professional footballer? This is your opportunity to shoot for the stars. You will play before international scouts, win ₦1 million, be mentored by ex-Nigeria internationals like Tijani Babangida, Ida Peterson, Daniel Amokachi, and so on, and win a trip to visit a La Liga team. Stand a chance to win a whopping ₦12 million at the Last Team Standing. Register today at www.lastteamstanding.africa. Email info@lastteamstanding.africa or WhatsApp to 070-333-07534.
Hi, my name is Ida Peterside. I am part of Last Team Standing. Hear this. This is going to be straightforward. For you to be part of this global show, I want you to please visit lastteamstanding.africa. We will find you. I promise you, we will find you.
That platform, it is your doing. Nobody, no wind in your village that is doing you, rather yourself. It's just your phone, and go on the website www.lastteamstanding.africa. And on that note, the NBA playoff is getting to its crescendo. Yes, the NBA playoff is getting there. Just yesterday, the Eastern Conference, Miami Heat beat New York Knicks by 96-92 to reach the Eastern Conference Finals. Yes, they are the first team to reach the conference final despite finishing 8th in the regular season. And also the Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James, are through to the Western Conference final after defeating Golden State Warriors. That is Steve Curry's side was defeated by LeBron James' side by 122-101. 4-2, they will next face Denver Nuggets in Western Final. Top man, you watch this live. How can you talk about LeBron James displaying Stephen Curry?
Well, I predicted that
Stephen Curry,
Steph Curry, if he's in the mood, last week I said they were going to win it in Game 6, but the
table turned
around, and Steph Curry was only the player that was playing very well. Every other team player, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, and they didn't. If Steph Curry was having 37 points, and the closest person next to him was having 15 points, then you know what's happening. And of course, LeBron had everybody that was going to work with him. And Anthony Davis came to the party too. You can see it was a blowout final game. They just focused. By 4 games to 2. And don't forget, we are talking about Miami Heat now getting into the finals by beating the New York Knicks just yesterday too. The New York Knicks too. They got 47 points from Jalen Brunson, but it didn't even help them out because Jimmy Butler was running the show for the Miami Heat, and they were able to win that game 2 in Game 6. 4 games to 2, they won it. That's in the East. So for the West, it's already settled. You have Denver, who is going to be playing on LA Lakers. Yes. That's Nikola Jokic is going to be facing LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Let's see how Nikola Jokic, also one of the players that was supposed to win the MVP for the regular season. And now in the East, 1 game is left, standing at 3-all on the series. That's Boston Celtics versus Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers are going to be playing tomorrow night, and it's going to be home court advantage for Joel Embiid and James Harden. So let us see how the team of Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum and Anthony Brown, how they are going to be able to handle Joel Embiid. He's fit as fiddle now, and of course, when he was not there, You saw how James Harden was able to rack up the numbers, giving us a triple-double when he had 47 points with about 15 rebounds and some double points assists too. So it's going to be a very big one. I want to see Denver. I want to see how they are going to cope with the big guys, LeBron and Anthony Davis. But for Miami Heat, wow, they can only pray that Jimmy Butler does not have an injury, because the guy runs the show very well for them. And I think this is his season to get maybe a ring for himself. But for both Philadelphia 76ers, for the 76ers, I see them getting into the final because they'll be using home court advantage. Of course, the MVP for the regular season, Joel Embiid, plays for them. And I would like to see the two people that fought for the MVP in the regular season, that is Joel Embiid for 76ers and Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets. I would like to see both teams in the finals of the NBA. My prediction, Bello.
Seeing both teams in the finals. That's top man's prediction, but I will always want the best team to always be in the final so that we can have a final.
The LA Lakers came into the conference quarterfinals but via a play-in. Of course, you can see what Miami Heat did too. They came in via a play-in. And so this is how it pans out sometimes. Of course, maybe when at that particular point in time, maybe you are not on form, maybe you are not on fire. You can see what happened to the champions, the former champions, Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry was doing his thing, but every other person were not there. So if that happens to some other team too, then they might have to just leave it that way.
Leaving it that way. We have really gone on, and you know, this show is not something that takes a very long time. It's really fast spent, and we will be leaving the studio any moment from now. But as we will be going on our parting shot, let me remind you once again that you need to register as a footballer, male and female. If you are between the age of 15 and 22, go on that website www.lastteamstanding.africa. Go and register. Don't say that Bello did not inform me. Bello did not tell me. I've been shouting it. 31st is the deadline, and no God for that reason. If you want to be into the limelight, that is the website that you need to be. Top man, our time is fast spent. Your parting shot.
Well, it's been a great day, Bello. My parting shot, Bello, I don't know why my parting shot always. We'll have a time to talk about boxing very well one of these days. My parting shot comes from the world of boxing. It is 7 days away from the mega fight between Devin Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He's going to be fighting against the old warriors, and the person we all know very well, Vasyl Lomachenko. It's going to be happening in the city of Las Vegas. Of course, we know that big matches like that, big matchups like that will come to Las Vegas. So Vasyl Lomachenko, let's see, maybe he can roll back the years and against this young Devin Haney, who has got a lot of power in his hands. Let's see what is going to happen in Las Vegas in 7 days time. I'll be here to run it down on how it happened round by round. Bello, Top Man signs out.
That's Top Man leaving you with the Las Vegas fixtures between these great boxers, and we hope I will be leaving you in the hands of Pepe Race. Yes, Pepe Race is our own golden 10-kilometer race that will be coming live again in Edo State from on the 27th of this month. So if you want to participate, you need to be in Edo learning the curves round, and don't allow the Ethiopians to come around to just come and win everything. I am Bello Omotunde, your anchor on the show, and thank you for coming on the show, Top Man.
Bello, always a pleasure talking to our people out there.
It's always good having you at all time. I leave you with Okpekpe Riz. I'll see you next week, Saturday. Bye-bye.
For one day in May, a humble village in rural Nigeria will be transformed.
One of the leading road races.
As thousands take to the street for the Okpekpe 10-kilometer road race.
The athletes are all set. That's the takeoff.
Elite international contenders vie for top honors and massive prize money in this prestigious World Athletics Gold Label race.
The fans are beginning to get even more excited.
Saturday, 27th of May. Catch every step of the action live on your World of Champions, Supersport. This broadcast is brought.
For the first time in Nigeria, we bring you the last team standing. The biggest reality TV football scouting show in Africa. Do you have a football talent? Are you an aspiring professional footballer? This is your opportunity to shoot for the stars. You will play before international scouts. Win $1 million. Be mentored by ex-Nigeria internationals like Tijani Babangida, Iba Peterson, Daniel Amokachi, and so on. And win a trip to visit a La Liga team. Stand a chance to win a whoop 12 million at the last team standing. Register today at www.lastteamstanding.africa. Email info